Hi, Scorpio. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your February 2021 reading for all the Scorpios out there. So welcome. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if you could give me, a thumbs up, that would definitely help on the channel. So if you're able to do that, I'd really appreciate it. All right, Scorpio, let's get into your reading. The first card is not for you and it's upside down. The next one is like by the book. And the next one is time to go. So this is telling me that what you thought you wanted is not for you, and it's turned your life upside down. So maybe you thought you were supposed to go in one direction and it did not work out. So it threw you for a loop, and now you've changed the direction that you're going in and you're doing everything the right way. And maybe you were used to doing everything ass backwards, and now it's like, okay, you're turning around and you're doing everything the right way. And the next one is time to go. It's like you're ready. You learned what you needed to learn, and that is beautiful and gorgeous and amazing. And, you know, going by the book is probably a great thing for you guys right now, because I think you weren't rule followers and you did everything backwards. And you know what? That's okay. You had to learn backwards, but now you're like, okay, I'm going to do the right thing. So what this is saying for me is, you guys are showing up for your own life. And let me tell you what, that is brave as shit. Like, welcome to your life. Congratulations. You have passed the test. Not that you're here to pass a test, but it's like you've learned what you needed to learn. And that's not easy to do. You guys have done the work, and this is like by the book. Not only that, you're a leader. You guys are, not only are you doing things by the book, but other people are going to start following you, and not because of, you know, you guys are, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're walking the talk, and that is unheard of. This is a herd, and that is unheard of. Most people have a really hard time connecting their walk with their talk. And Scorpios, that is happening for you. And it took you a long time to get there, and that's okay. It doesn't matter, but you're doing it. You're showing up for your own life. You're leading the way, and you're showing others how to do it. And you're ready for it. This was not an easy preparation. You have spent a lot of hard times in pain in order to get here. And even though you're starting to see the payoff now, but like, it was hard as shit. It did not land in your lap. You did the work, and most people are not able to do that. So I'm going to tell you what my one girlfriend told me. God called you and you answered the phone. And most people can't even hear the phone ring. And if they do hear it ring, they don't want the call. You guys answered the call. You took it, and you are listening. And I know it's scary. And some people might even think you're crazy. You're crazy or you're brave. And I'm going to tell you, you guys are brave, although you might feel crazy. So the next, the not for you upside down, I just want to read that. It says, don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There is nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself. Nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began the pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants what's only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. So maybe, not maybe, you were headed in a different direction, and after being rejected so many times, you realize, like, I am not going to keep, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone ever. And maybe you used to operate out of a, like, fuck you, watch me. And now you're into, I'm going to show me. I don't have to show anybody. I don't have to prove it to anybody. Trying to keep going around telling people you're good enough, your stuff is great enough, proving yourself to people who give you a hard time, it just feels shitty, and you don't have to do it. You don't have to prove anything to anyone ever. And the ones who make you feel like that are they're not good people for you to keep hanging around. You will just feel worse. You won't make them better. You will feel shittier about yourself. So this is saying you don't have to do that. You don't have to keep going after people who reject you or tell you you're not enough or what you're doing isn't enough. This is saying you know that it is, and that's more than enough. Being able to walk away from that is the gift of grace. You don't have to prove anything to anyone ever. Now, once you realize that, being able to do that is not as easy. Like, it's not easy, but you're doing it anyway. The next one is revealing radiance, and it is a pearl coming out of an oyster, and it says, my light illuminates the world. So like, the world is starting to see that you are a pearl, and maybe your oyster was closed for a really long time and you were scared to let people see your value and your worth. And a lot of times it is hard to let other people see your value and your worth when you don't have it or believe that you have it. But this is saying that, yes, you are starting to allow other people to see the pearl and the beautiful person that you are. And the next one is starting fresh, and it says a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. So it's like you guys are starting something new and fresh, and you might not even know what it is or how you're doing it. You don't have to know. You just have to keep showing up. You know what? It's so funny because I'm going to explain this to you. I am a Scorpio too. So as I'm doing this reading, I'm like, oh my God, this is so awesome. But so I was never able to show up for my own life. Like, I showed up for other people's life first before I was able to find my own and show up for my own life. And I am now putting myself out there. I'm putting these videos out there. I do on Instagram every day. I have your_sign_Michelle_Kelly_ Instagram account. So I put up every day a card and a reading, and I'm starting to own that I do this, and this is what I love, and this is what I do, and it doesn't matter who shows up. All that matters is that I show up. My job is not to know who receives the message. My only job is to give the message, and whoever receives it from after me giving it is in God's hands and not mine. It is not my job, but I have this amazing gift. I am a spiritual, intuitive healer, and it's because I've been through a ton of shit that I had to heal, and I'm still working on, but I'm able to share my gifts with all of you. But it is none of my business who hears it after I say it. That is God's job and not mine. None of my business. The next one says breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. So Scorpio, this is saying you guys are breaking barriers. You are doing things differently, and you're doing things in a way that nobody has ever done them before. And you know what? That's what's awesome. Like, you don't have to. You see the sign behind me? Create the things you wished existed. I know when I was growing up, I always wish somebody would tell me what is normal. Could somebody just tell me what is normal? And I realized that is my job, to let everybody know what is normal. And not normal like I'm the expert of normal, but I can give you my experience of what the process of my life has been like, to let people know, like, you're not alone. You're not the only one who thought this. You're not the only one that did this. You're not the only one this has happened to. But because I wish there was somebody so bad to say, Michelle, oh my God, yes, this is normal. This happens to you. This is, if you get fired from a job, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, I always wanted somebody to tell me this stuff, and there was nobody to. And then I realized that is my job. That's what I'm supposed to do, because I wanted that so bad and I wished for it and there was nobody to do it. That's my job. So you guys, if you are struggling with where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing, this picture behind me, create what you wish, the things you wish existed. So I'm going to ask you this. What do you wish was available to you that didn't exist or doesn't exist? And then that is your job to create it. It's one of these questions. That's a really deep question. It could take you a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, years. It's not an easy answer. It could be for somebody just like that, and it might not be. So however long it takes you to answer that is how long it takes you. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you if you don't know it in a week or a month or 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or years. It is different for everybody. Your time is your time, and your clock is different than somebody else's. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. It happens exactly when it's supposed to. So the next card is purple, and it is healing. And it's so funny because purple is spiritual. So your healing is a spiritual healing that you've been given the gift of. And it says, bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit, grant us strength and wisdom. Guide us to the path of wellness. So this is like, Scorpio, whatever's happened to you guys that you had to heal and are still healing from. And as a result of that, you are able to bring your healing and your experiences to everybody else. And yes, was it painful? Yes, did it suck? Yes, was it hard? Absolutely. But you are on the path of wellness, and you're able to share that with other people. And thank you so much for that, because the world needs you. The next one is metamorphosis, and it's butterflies. And you guys, it says trust the process and be patient. Yeah, right. That is the hardest thing to do ever. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. So this is like you are growing into a butterfly, but you know what? The first stage of a butterfly is cocooning. Like, you don't just come out and fly. Like, you have to, it's like being birthed. It's like having a baby. Like, a baby takes 9 months. It doesn't matter if you want to see the baby in 2 months. A baby takes 9 months to develop, and if it gets here sooner, you pray to God that there are science and angels all around that baby to help it. But technically, you need 9 months. Just because you want it, wish it, hope it faster, it doesn't work. Like, you have to wait. And same with metamorphosis. It's like your process is your process. So what can you do while you're trusting the process and being patient and not obsessing? You go find things that are fun and bring you joy. It doesn't mean that you're not going to obsess. It doesn't mean you're not going to worry. It just means if you're distracted, you will focus on it less, or go help somebody else. Get out of yourself, get out of your head, get out of your house. Like, go be with somebody else, distract yourself. That's how people, it's not you're patient, you just find ways to take your mind off of it. So it says becoming cannot be rushed. And that reminds me of the Velveteen Rabbit. If you guys have ever seen the or read the Velveteen Rabbit, or the excerpt out of it, where it was like becoming, when you become, you can't be ugly, only to the people who don't understand. And you guys are beautiful butterflies, gorgeous creatures, and you're starting to believe and trust that. Now the next one is anticipation. Something wonderful is happening. Changes in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. So you guys know that you're supposed to do this, that things are happening for you, except for like the anticipation. Like, I think of the Heinz commercial. Anticipation is making me wait. It was a Heinz ketchup commercial. And so it's like, you know, something wonderful is happening, and waiting for that to happen, or thinking there's supposed to be more or bigger, or you want a parade, or like, yes, open yourself to blessings on their way. You guys, the blessings are every single day. When you get a smile, or somebody says thank you, or somebody notices you know, something that you've done, like, that is your blessing. That is your keep going. That's your affirmation. That's your confirmation. You guys are doing an amazing job, Scorpio. Keep it up. Keep it up. You're on the right track. You're doing the right thing, and the world needs you. If you're still watching, thank you so much. This is your sign, signing off for the month of February, Scorpio. Take care.